Its closest relative is the giraffe. We know this from the giraffe-shaped skull and long prehensile tongue. Prehensile means able to grip and grab things with it. Their tongue is so long, in fact, they use it to lick the inside of their own ears and their own eyeballs. To our pink back. It's their actual skin that turns pink sky. They're blushing. Now the pink-backed pelican gathered net spreads to 500 pairs of pink-backed pelican. Also knows a pot of pink-backed pelican. Each pink-backed pelican is a pot of pink-backed pelican up to 1,000 pink-backed pelican. While the wingspan of around 7 feet. They'll reach around 5,500 pounds. And although they can swim, they do much prefer to run or walk on the bottom of the river. What allows them to do this is their ability to hold their breath for several minutes at a time. Now, this also allows them to sleep underneath the water. And you might be wondering, Adam, they're mammals, they need to breathe air. How do they only sleep for several minutes at a time underneath the water? Well, their heads will naturally rise up to the surface, take a breath, and sink back down, all remaining completely and totally asleep. I'm not seeing any there, but I am seeing a Nile crocodile off to our left, reaching 16 feet long, weighing up to 500 pounds. Now they can eat half of their body weight per meal, although they don't have to eat every day. They don't even have to eat every week. They can go several weeks without eating. We're in Africa with about a 90% success rate while hunting. They will run around 35 miles per hour for 3 to 4 miles straight while hunting. And the wildebeest are the second most densely populated animal here on Earth, second only to us as humans, traveling in herds of 1.5 million individuals during that great migration across Africa. This migration can last anywhere between 500 and 1,000 miles on average. We'll see if we can get close to them today. They'll reach 16 to 20 feet tall with that 6-foot long neck. And although they do have this 6-foot long neck, they have the same amount of vertebrae in their necks as we do. This number is 7. Their vertebrae are just an average of 10 inches long each. While they'll eat for 20 hours, they only sleep for about 30 minutes a day. Not all at once, though. They sleep in 2 to 5 minute intervals throughout the day, most of the time standing up with their eyes open. Now, their spot patterns are unique to each and every individual giraffe, kind of like our fingerprints are, which I can tell that giraffe to the far left, that you can only really see her neck, is my favorite, because if you look underneath her left ear, it looks like there's a hidden Mickey. It's not an official one, but I vote it should be. Now, Maasai giraffes will be born just about 6 foot tall, which is why you see the smallest giraffe here to our left. He's only a few months old and around 9 foot tall right now. Now, up ahead here, we are also seeing the Ankole cattle. Ankole cattle with these large horns, they'll reach 6 to 8 feet from point to point. They do have a honeycomb-like structure on the inside of these horns that allows blood vessels to flow throughout. Cooling them off and make these horns only weigh around 9 to 11 pounds each on average. Ankole cattle are also known as the Watusi cattle, named after the Watusi tribe here in Africa that first domesticated them. they'll flap these large ears around to cool their bodies off up to 15 degrees on hot days. They'll eat around 300 pounds of food per day per elephant. Now, they are extremely social animals, usually gathering in larger herds. So you might be wondering, hey Adam, why is there only one? Well, there's only one because it's most likely male. Male African elephants will leave their herds in their early teenage years and either travel off alone or in small bachelor herds. He also always does this every day around this time, swaying back and forth like he's an animatronic. I promise he's real. Might not be every day, but it's not. Now, these baobab trees are a good sign. We might find more elephants up ahead. African elephants dig their tusks into these trees and drink the water that comes out during times of drought, giving the baobab tree their next nickname, the Tree of Life. They get this pink coloration from the beta carotene in the shrimp and krill they consume. It does take about 2 years for this pink pigmentation to come completely in, which is why you notice around 3 of their heads are still gray-ish color, just means less than 2 years old. Now, a group of flamingos is referred to as a flamboyance. Heading now deeper into the savannah, we are always out helping them get a good grip on the ground. Now, a group of cheetahs is referred to as a coalition. You might notice something about them. They're gray. Well, they don't get their name for their coloration. They get it from miscommunication and language barriers, originally known as the white rhino in Afrikaans, meaning wide, and talk about that upper lip of theirs in comparison to the black rhino. What? They sleep around 20 hours a day. Now, the lionesses will do the majority of the hunting for the pride, where the males stay back, protect the young, old, and territory. You can see the water bucks. Water bucks are a species of antelope. They'll jump into large bodies of water to avoid predators, easily recognizable from the white ring around their rear and heart-shaped noses. Now, just like the Ankole cattle and the Maasai giraffe, the Nigerian dwarf goat has a 4-chambered stomach, allowing almost all of the vegetation you're currently seeing around them. Alrighty, it does look like our safari is nearing its end. Hope you saw some animals you were hoping to see today. And if you're looking to see some more, I do highly recommend wandering around the Tree of Life in Discovery Island, where you might find the Barbaroussa, the ring-tailed lemur, the red kangaroo, the Galapagos, the giant anteater, the Asian small-clawed otter, and if you're lucky, you just might find a rhinoceros iguana.